of potential terrorist attacks, criminal activity. The only way we can do that to satisfy ourselves is by looking at the footage.
No, I can't. I think we can come to a resolution without that.
Well, not really,
without that
because
channel.
we don't know what you've taken. So
I don't even know what I've taken, to be honest.
well, if we could both look through it together, and then you could refresh your memory, and we could.
Today's footage comes straight from Kohlberg's. You'll find their channel link in the description. Show them some love. What you're about to see includes heated moments and firm exchanges, highlighting the importance of knowing your rights. Let's get into it.
Good. The reason we come out here, you've been seen on camera taking certain pictures around Ministry of Defence. One of which is the simplex lock on the car park, and also the cameras on the main building.
Right.
Can we ask the reason for that?
I'm just making a video
of
the new Scotland Yard, MOD.
Okay. Can we have a look at the footage you've taken of the Ministry of Defence?
No, I'm afraid not, no.
Right, under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, we are
Alright, let's dive right into the heart of this. What happens when you push the limits of power? When you dare to challenge the very systems that hold us together? The world around us is built on rules, on structures meant to keep things in place. But what happens when those structures crack? When the cracks become fault lines, the real story begins. This is not just a story, it's the moment everything changes. The moments leading up to that change, the kind that shakes entire worlds. What we're about to uncover will make you question everything you thought you knew about this system, and what happens when you break it open.
I wouldn't suggest. What's the need for that?
Right, it was just as my colleague was saying, it was just spotted you on camera, you were filming just various parts of it. I think one of the things that was most concerned was the lock of the thing.
I wasn't even aware of any lock, to be fair. It's innocent filming. We don't need to do the Section 43 route. Like, we can have a chat about it. This isn't anything hostile or anything like that.
About it, but that's what we want to do. It's basically...
Yeah, but it's an infringement of my rights, though, if you do that.
Well, it's not really an infringement of your rights. We're having a chat because of... you've been seen to take certain footage of certain sensitive areas of the Ministry of Defence building.
But this is all from a public place.
Yeah, but why would you be looking at the lock on the South Car Park?
To be fair, I didn't have no concentrated concerted effort looking at no lock. Like, there wasn't a...
Okay, well, we wouldn't know that unless we saw the footage.
You can't take my word for it.
Would you mind speaking up? The sound agent.
I'm sure this gentleman can hear us. Okay.
I can hear you.
So it's not a question of taking your word for it. We need to satisfy.
You don't need to.
Well, we do, because we've been called out here specifically because the control room operator, we've seen what you've been up to there. It's obviously aroused a bit of concern from their point of view as to why you're doing it.
So what do you think I'm doing? Like, why do you think I'm doing it?
I don't know. That's where we're having the chat. Could you tell us why you're filming it?
I don't need to have a reason. I don't need to... Sorry.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, move out of the way.
I'm just making a video. It's for a matter of public interest.
Okay.
The public are interested in such things. I'm not interested in any security arrangements. This is passive filming. That's all. There's no more to it than that.
You're more than it's your entitlement to take video or pictures.
Thank you.
But from our point of view, you could appreciate this is the government security zone. You've got a lot of sensitive buildings here. We have had several.
Let's go back, way back. Imagine a time when the stakes were higher than they've ever been. A time when people were pitted against each other in ways we can barely comprehend today. But here's the twist. Those who thought they were in control, those who had the power, were just as vulnerable as the rest of us. This was a time when the foundation of society itself was tested, pushed beyond its limits. And when that pressure reached its breaking point, it didn't just break, it exploded. The pressure had built for years, and this was the aftermath. The shockwaves spread, and no one was safe.
So from the police's security point of view, they're very concerned about what they call hostile reconnaissance, where somebody might be making notes, taking pictures or footage of sensitive areas, cameras, etc., which might be of benefit if someone were to be carrying out criminal.
I think that would be done covertly, though. Hostile reconnaissance.
Well, not necessarily. No, it's done in all different sorts of ways.
So do you think that this is an act of hostile reconnaissance?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you need to go based on what you do know. I don't feel like the threshold's been met to make any sort of claim to hostile reconnaissance. Not at this moment, anyway.
Right, the threshold is we can't. We don't know what the footage is. So if we view the footage, then we can satisfy ourselves whether it is or it isn't.
But we're having a conversation. I'm making assurances. I'm letting you know that I haven't had
and
any.
You're satisfied it is that person.
I haven't had like a vested interest in any of the security arrangements.
That's your word. I don't know you. You don't know.
No,
me.
But this isn't a police state. Not everyone's an unknown risk. Like
it's not a police state. It's a democratic,
absolutely
free and transparent.
It's
society.
It's a free society.
But
so
that doesn't then give people carte blanche to commit criminal acts.
I'm not committing a criminal act.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying that within any free democratic society, there are guidelines, rules, or regulations.
And there are no rules or regulations that prohibit me taking photos from a public place.
There aren't, but then we need to be satisfying ourselves that those photographs, that footage, isn't something more sinister. And the only way we could do that is by seeing what footage.
But some intel has just come through, so you just identified me.
Okay.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So yeah, is this for a YouTube channel or something like that? So you're filming the interaction that's going on here.
Yeah.
So is that what it is? So you're trying to film? I suppose the subsequent stuff after the initial bit. You want to film the police reaction?
Yeah. The idea is to gauge the reaction from the authorities and see if they're going to respect my rights.
Fast forward, and we arrive at the heart of the chaos. Those at the top, those who thought they were untouchable, found themselves in the crosshairs. One wrong move, and everything they had built could be destroyed. Their arrogance, their belief in invincibility, it all led to one monumental mistake. As the pieces started falling, the consequences were immediate and brutal. They didn't see it coming. They never thought it would be their downfall. But it was. And it hit hard.
Absolutely respect anyone,
Thank you.
including your, like you said, we live in a free, transparent, democratic society. But like I've said, the flip side of that is we need to protect everyone within that society to be able to go about their lawful business without fear of potential terrorist attacks, criminal activity. The only way we can do that to satisfy ourselves is by looking at the footage.
No, I can't. I think we can come to a resolution without that.
Well, not really,
without that
because
channel.
we don't know what you've taken. So
I don't even know what I've taken, to be honest.
well, if we could both look through it together, and then you could refresh your memory, and we could satisfy ourselves that there's no untoward behaviour. And
there isn't, but I don't want to compromise my right. The whole point is it's a civil rights thing.
Well, you wouldn't be compromising your right because you're not at this moment. You're not detained. You're not in any way.
Yeah, but I'm in a public place. I don't have to account or satisfy that I'm not here for criminal activity. Do you understand? Like,
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Try and see where we come from as well. Yeah, we're here to we're trying to keep everyone safe. That includes yourselves, includes the people that work in this building. So, my colleagues, he's right in what he's saying there. Obviously, you were filmed, and it was a bit odd. It looked like you were filming. Particularly, I remember the lock on the gate was mentioned, which is a secure car park towards New Scotland Yard.
So why is it so easily accessible? Like, if it's so secure, like, you should have barriers that stop members of the public just kind of walking through there and taking photos.
That is MOD land, so it's not public land, that part. It's actually MOD land.
But the pit, I was
implied access. You're right. Yeah. Implied access. So as you're saying, yeah, you're filming as it were in a public area.
But like, you've identified me. Like, you probably know my name. Like, who I am.
So yeah. Well, have you? What is your name? Don't mind me asking. Then.
I'm not going to give it, but I assume that it come through on the radio.
Yeah, but I want to just make sure
it will be the same person. I'd rather you wouldn't say it.
I've not met you before.
Because obviously under data protection, you can't say my name in public.
Now let's zoom in on the ground level, where the real story is happening. The people caught in the middle, those who have no choice but to fight to survive. This is where the real action unfolds. It's no longer about power, it's about grit, determination, and raw survival. Each move, each decision, could mean the difference between victory and defeat. And in the end, it's the ones with the heart, the ones who are willing to do whatever it takes, who come out on top. Because this isn't just a battle for power, it's a battle for everything.
It probably will be that same name.
I'm just going to straight see what
If we can come to some sort of resolution without me having to show you the footage, without me being detained, I think both of us will look better for it.
Yeah, you're not detained, like my colleague said, you're not detained or anything.
Yeah,
like
I know.
But
I'm not going to consensually let you go through the phone.
Okay.
That's my position. Like, I'm not trying to be difficult.
If it's public land, why can't someone...
It's not public land, that's MOD land.
Okay.
But it's you have got implied access, but MOD do reserve the right to obviously revoke that access.
Is this public land? Where
This is public land.
Where we were was also public.
Outside the Scotland Yard, yeah.
So clearly you think you were well within your right to film radio?
That's right, yeah. Again, I suppose there's a bit of a grey area due to the sensitivity of the building. Naturally, they're going to ask questions and prompt the reasons as to why we're here, what we're filming. They're saying that we had a concerted interest in... Was it the lock you mentioned?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's what I remember being told with the lock.
Yeah, so they're a little bit concerned about me allegedly filming the lock to the MOD. So we're just trying to find a resolution. Again, this is a civil rights movement, so I can't just consensually show them the phone, give them details. As you know, we're not here for any hostile purpose, but due to the nature of what we're doing, I wouldn't be doing my job if I was to simply comply. And you can appreciate that, right?
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand completely, mate. But I appreciate what you said to your friend here. You can kind of see where we're coming from as well. We've got,
But we can have a chat. We can have a chat about it.
Yeah,
You've identified me.
That's what we're doing, and that's why, ideally, obviously we'd like to just resolve it through a conversation. Which is why my colleague did ask if he could essentially have a look at it, because then that trying to speed things up and he can satisfy his his needs to view it.
So you want to...
But we can't ignore the brutal truths here. The road to victory is not paved with gold. No, it's filled with scars, with sacrifices that go unnoticed by most. There's blood, sweat, and tears that no one sees, but everyone feels. Every victory comes at a price. And as the game reaches its climax, the cost becomes unbearable. Those who thought they were above it all suddenly realize they're trapped in the same game, the same struggle. The twist? They're not in control anymore. Not even close.
As I say, yeah.
Under what section?
I need to make it.
Inevitably, it will be Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, where they have to reasonably suspect the person of being involved in terrorist.
It's basically like our control room is seeing you taking footage of pretty much the whole building line and also down the south ramp.
Yeah.
Which is looking into, that's sort of a little bit, I would suggest, excessive for just doing,
Who constitutes what's excessive? This is all it can all be seen from public.
Well, it can, right, from our point of view...
Google Earth could capture all those same images.
Yeah, it could do, I'm sure it can do. From our point of view, we need to satisfy ourselves that there is nothing untoward. And the only way we could do that is by you showing the footage.
Okay, I'm not prepared to do that.
There is legislation in place that would compel you to show us that footage.
But you haven't met the required threshold for a Section 43 search.
Well, what is the required threshold?
There's photography guidance on the Met Police website that says photography in itself is not grounds for a search. So it's just something you need to consider. If you want to launch with that, it's certainly something I would consider. Again, I feel like we can find a resolution without the need to do that.
Well, what is your suggestion?
My suggestion is just take my words. Obviously, I've been identified.
Right, okay.
So I'm not affiliated to any such terrorism or anything like that. I'm not here to breach the security of the HQ.
When you say you've been identified, are you known to police then?
Yeah, I suppose, for doing what I'm doing. Not for anything untoward.
Not suggesting that.
I'm not an angel, but...
Well, yeah, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's not stop here. The true heroes of this story aren't those with power. They aren't the ones who pull the strings from behind the curtains. No, the real force here is something far more dangerous, the human spirit. The individuals who rise against the odds, who fight when they should surrender. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain. These are the ones who don't just survive, they thrive. And the world needs to see it, because this fight isn't just for survival, it's for redemption.
Do you want me to phone control? Well, maybe I won't stay off in the ring.
So again, I don't need to satisfy anything, to be fair. I'm in a public place. Some people could call this like soft auditing, or maybe I'm doing more than what I need to, but listen, whatever, they got a job to do as well. I want to try to do this in a mature, grown-up way. Find a resolution that's going to satisfy each party. Again, I could just exercise my right to not speak. I don't need to account for my filming or my presence in a public place. That being said, these guys have been friendly, so I see no reason as to why I can't offer them some explanation. Some intelligence has already been they've been already made aware of some intelligence. They've identified me. So you do realize I don't need to account for anything. I don't need to assist you. I don't need to. I could just stay silent, but because you've been polite,
you can do, sir. It's, you've got the right to silence, but you've also got to understand from our point of view, because of the job we do, you cannot expect police throughout the UK to take somebody's word or something, because if that was the case, no crime would be solved, no crime would be investigated. I'm not suggesting for one moment that I suspect you of a crime.
Good.
What I'm trying to do is ascertain is what are the pictures, what the images you've taken, and why you've taken them. That's all it is. And once we can ascertain that, if we saw the footage or the pictures, that there was no suspicious nature to them, then you're free to carry on and enjoy your day. But from our point of view, we need to satisfy any suspicions. That's why we've been called out here.
Sure.
And it's not just us, it's the police control room that's seen you on camera. It's raised their suspicions enough to call my colleague and myself out.
Here's the cold reality. Nothing lasts forever. Not power. Not control. Not the systems we build around us. Everything has a breaking point. And in the middle of that chaos, a single spark ignites the fire that changes everything. This is not a story about one person. This is a story about all of us. It's the story of how we react when everything falls apart. When the rules no longer apply. What do you do when you're on the edge? Do you push forward, or do you crumble?
Yeah.
When I'm within my right not to do so.
And I've reciprocated.
Of course.
By courtesy asking you if I could see the footage.
I know, but again, this is what I'm doing is an act of I'm exercising my civil rights. For me to kind of comply, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. So for me to just comply and show you the footage would be me compromising my rights. Does that make sense?
Well, not really, no. Because if I was out and about taking pictures, the police officer said, "What pictures are you taking?" and they explain, if you're taking pictures of the buildings over there, that's not an issue because it's the Ministry of Defence. Your cameras, entrances.
And then, as if scripted by fate itself, the final showdown begins. The stage is set, and the players have no choice but to make their move. The clock is ticking, and every second counts. The stakes couldn't be higher, the tension couldn't be more palpable. Every action feels like a final stand. And in this final chapter, we see just how far people are willing to go to achieve their goals, to win. But as the battle rages on, the truth emerges. Victory isn't just about winning. It's about what you're willing to sacrifice.
Exits, combination locks.
But what could I possibly do with this footage? I don't understand.
It could be footage that could be of value to someone who has got more sinister motives or intentions.
But those,
that's not for us to comment. All we can do is comment on the footage or the pictures that we've seen, and if we're satisfied that that's not suspicious, then that's the end of the matter.
I see.
Yeah. So.
All right, they're going to deliberate now. More information has been passed.
As the dust settles, we realize that the game isn't over. It's just beginning. What we've witnessed is only the first step. The real power doesn't lie in what has happened. No, it's in what happens next. The world has been turned upside down, and now the real reckoning begins. Who will rise from the ashes? Who will be left behind? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world will never be the same.
Through control, so...
Do you think it's legal what they're doing, Coley?
Oh, they haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything yet. It would be illegal for them to use Section 43 power to search my phone, because in order to use Section 43, you need to reasonably suspect that someone is here for a terrorist purpose. Reasonable suspicion is based on objective grounds. Objective basis kind of pertains to facts, things they already know. So, for example, if I'd been identified as someone that was affiliated with terrorism, that would be the objective basis.
Right, okay, so yeah, I spoke to my colleague. I'm happy that you. So yeah, we believe we've identified you, Coley Burks.
Yep.
I believe police auditor. You got you.
So, as we wrap up this journey, remember, this story is not just about the past. It's a warning for the future. It's a call to arms, a reminder that nothing is guaranteed, and everything can change in an instant. The real question now is, what will you do when your world is flipped upside down? Will you rise or will you fall? The clock is ticking. The game is on. And it's your move.